Welcome to Wyoming Country Living, where the skies stretch wide, the porch is always open, and the critters just keep coming. We're Kim and Chris, empty nesters who traded East Coast hustle for the wild peace of Wyoming. Each week, we're tackling homestead projects, wrangling our growing animal crew, and learning to live the country life one adventure at a time. Be sure to hit that like button and follow along so you don't miss a moment. And stick around till the end for our front porch question of the week. We're saving you a seat. I'm going to keep working on my little Grinch tree here. I got one coat done last week. I would like to finish the second coat today and try to get it together. My plan is to maybe try to sell these. I'm not going to make a whole bunch and then try to sell them. I'm going to try to do some orders. There's a little craft show coming up here in the end of October that Chris and I might try to get a little stand at. I have this Christmas tree, and then I have the ones that we did last Christmas that I would like to take some orders for, see if there'd be any interest rather than making a whole bunch and then hoping to sell. I'd just rather see if I can get any orders and go from there.
Reach your financial goals as our communities every step of it. Rescue mission, every Pittsburgh touchdown. That's just one way Clearview shows up for those who need it most. Visit ClearviewFCU.org and open an account today. That's ClearviewFCU.org/touchdown.
I think this will probably need 2 coats. So get this coat on and then do my errands and come back, do the second coat. And then assemble. I saw this, somebody else had posted a picture that they had a bunch of leftover wood and were trying to decide what to do with it, and they got creative and came up with this. I'm not particularly creative, but I'm really good at looking at a picture and copying what somebody else creatively came up with. Kind of what I did with my goat shed. I saw the video and then made modifications and changes just based on what I wanted it to do. So I figure with this one, since it didn't really have any specifications, right, it just had a picture. So I just kind of had, I didn't measure any of these branches, just made them so when I lay it out, looks like it'll look okay. But if once it's put together, I determine that it's good, then I can use this one as my stencil. It's supposed to have a star at the top, which I was going to try to use. I don't know, I can never get the types of saws right. Jigsaw, reciprocating saw, I don't know, jigsaw, I think, to cut out a star. But I think next time I'm near Hobby Lobby, I might see if they just have some actual wooden stars. Even though that would add to the cost of making this, even if I turn off selling them, I think in the long run that would probably be a little bit easier. I'll see what they have. If not, I can try to make some. Here's another Christmas decoration. It's also like this one, an outside decoration. My house is teeny tiny. Need to look at more outdoor decorations. That definitely uses the jigsaw, uses a stencil, and I think plywood, and it makes like an outdoor mural that you can either backlight with lights behind the back, or you could use a spotlight. And even though I'm going to be super busy in October and early November, I would like to maybe try to do one of those. So the stencil, I've seen a couple different places online. And then basically you just cut and trace the stencil onto the plywood, and it makes like a silhouette. And you paint it white, and a couple of different options, but I think that would be a good outdoor decoration for here in Wyoming. Okay, well, all the paint is dry, but I don't think I'm going to totally assemble it today because I don't have the star. But I'm going to get it ready because I think mostly I don't want to mess with the air compressor right now. So I'm going to build it upside down. It will probably, paint will probably need touched up a little bit once it's assembled. Wasn't too concerned about the backs. This is all the backside. And then this, oops, go like that. Although, well, I had this together before. Maybe I had this up higher. Maybe that. So I think I'm going to use the nail gun. And then I can touch up, yes, like that. Hmm. And then a little a little red ball hangs down from here. So I have to do this in such a way, yes, I can make my gap between my branches. It goes to, oh, no, this was. And then gold star. I needed to have enough of the curve that the red ball hangs off. I don't know how I did this last week. If I had it. With these two pieces of trunk. All right, well, obviously, I need to make some adjustments with my trunk. If I need another piece, then I can have this a little more slanty. Then I can do that. And then just have a little piece that comes there. And of course, I will need to paint that brown as well. Luckily, I have a million pieces of wood. I want that to come off because if not, there's a gap in the branch. So that. I guess I can do that. So the picture that I saw did not have a picture of the back. It's just a picture of the front. That should work. I'm gonna cut that a little bit. And then the nails that I have. So I want to use the nail gun. Huh. Well, guess I'm not using these nails. Working that one will not work. There. Good thing I saw that. So then maybe I use screws, which means that I can put it together tonight. All right. Well, let's try it. So for the little tippy top, of course, I put everything away today. I need a different. So maybe I should use a nail gun to secure. This does not feel super stable. Really wish I had seen the back. Okay, the example. So I should have something to connect those two together. All right, that's why this is a practice one. So basically, look like this to secure those corners and adjust it so that that's level. And I can do that by just putting a couple more screws in or securing the edges. But, so yeah, so it's a little Grinch tree. Sure if you can see the whole thing on here. There you go. So it will be a Grinch tree. Gotta do something to secure this piece. Oops. This piece, and then hang the red ball from the top and find some way to make it a little more substantial. Because that's why I like doing these projects, so that I have a little bit of time in between when I start them and completion, as it allows me to kind of problem solve and troubleshoot and try to figure out what it is that I want to do. So I think for sure another screw in each of these. That will definitely shore it up. Instead of doing the middle, so the next one that I make, I'll do these further apart so that they're more on either side. But for now, so at least allow me to see if those pieces will now stay in place a little bit better. Oops. I think that's okay. Ah, much better. Much better. All right, now I just need a base and the top. And then feels like its center of gravity is pretty good, so. All right, that's cute. All right, so 2 more pieces and a base, and that one's ready for the front porch.